Okay, we ready? Then let's get started.
The first Conjuring was released on June 19th, 2013, in a time when the horror movie trend was jump scares, creepy, evil looking antagonists, and some mixed in with cheesy action and gore. The Conjuring entered the scene really with nothing new. Instead, it brought the basics with its simple storytelling. It quickly made waves and praised by horror fans and non horror fans alike. Yet it did this all without any swearing, sex, nudity, and the overused gore and special effects, which was the ongoing horror film draw at the time. It came with a different approach of introducing the jump scare when deemed necessary, not at the end of suspense and tension, but instead at the beginning or middle of it all.
This is my home. Get out now.
No, this is not your house. Now, what's your name?
The Conjuring 2, released 4 years later, dealt with a similar situation but now with higher stakes, and as Ed's life may now be in danger, as seen in Lorraine's vision.
I'm sorry, Lorraine.
It was a good follow-up, but it was a noticeable step down from the first, as now with the introduction of an actual antagonist. No longer just an entity that haunts and possesses people, but now a visible villain, sort of. And doing so has now changed the original formula set up by The Conjuring and closer to the horror film trend it originally moved away from. And now finally, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Not only has the Conjuring series fallen victim to the horror trend it veered away from, but it has fully embraced it.
You okay there? I think I hurt someone.
The cultist or witch and her father were fictional characters added to the movie and has taken the series so far off the path of the original. The actual case was only about whether the Arnie character killed his friend while possessed by a demon. It has now taken its seat among every other horror film cliche of shady and creepy looking characters that you know right off the bat can't be trusted and are going to be trouble later. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It just did not work for me. I wish the movie had delved more into investigating the actual case of demonic possession, but instead it was just another stop the villain before time runs out trope. This is the movie's biggest flaw for me. It took the easy way out. It's no longer about demonic possession, instead it's a person pulling the strings. And the mystery, it's no longer a mystery. We now know who and what needs to be done. The problem is, I didn't care. The antagonist's motive and backstory were such a quick mention it made no impact whatsoever. And neither did any of the characters besides the Warrens. All the characters were forgettable and gave B-movie grade acting. Even supposedly important characters, like the two priests, really weren't. Except for Sergeant Clay, played by Keith Arthur Bowden. He deserved more screen time because his scenes were the only ones that stood out. The story also tried to change things up with the possibility that Ed having a heart attack would affect the movie somehow. Well, it didn't. Besides just walking with a cane, Ed's heart attack did not affect his character and made no impact on the movie in any way whatsoever. In the end, I felt nothing. I felt no emotions watching this movie. No attachment to anyone, not even to Ed and Lorraine this time around. The series has gone too far off the direction of the original and has entered into insidious territory. Another series started by director James Wan, which has also gone astray. If you're a fan of the current Insidious series or the recent Grudge and Ring films, then this one might be to your liking. If you're like me, a fan of the original Conjuring, and was hoping for more of the same, then you'll be disappointed. Stream it if you have HBO Max. Otherwise, save your money for something better.
Wise men say only fools rush in. Thank you. Hey, don't laugh now. But I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Everybody now, take my hand, take my